right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the semifinal round of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship from here at Strokers in the very lovely Palm Harbor, Florida, Tampa Bay area of Florida. We've got this afternoon in our semifinal round, Lisa Cosette from Rockwell, North Carolina. Her opponent, Tina Hess from Huntsville, Alabama. One of these two ladies will be moving on to the final round to face defending champion Melinda Hong. The other will be heading to the beach, unfortunately, as both these ladies now have one loss. Again, this match for a spot in the finals. You've got Lisa breaking there. Looks like she pocketed the one in the corner. The ladies are going to start in the 8-ball set. This is a race to 5. Need to update our score here real quick from the last match. Both these ladies are scoreless at this point in the match. All right. Again, this is a race to 5. We'll see 3 games of 8-ball up to 6 games of 9-ball. There we go. Now we're here. Lisa had the break. Jeanette, it'll be interesting to see how Lisa rebounds. Of course, she was undefeated up until the last round. Took the loss to Melinda. She was up in the match by a couple of games, so we'll see if she can regroup here and have another shot at Melinda in the final.
Uh-oh, she made a big error just now. She had a wide open table and pretty makeable shot there. So I don't know that the last round really is affecting her psyche, because she still looks very comfortable at the table, steady, and she's a war horse. She's got some experience getting in the final and winning tournaments, so I think she's still going to put on a good battle here. And Tina still has her work cut out for her. You can see her shooting at the 10-ball right now, but that 13-ball is wedged in between the 3 and the 6. Oh boy. All right, she's still got a shot for something in the side pocket. I don't know if that's the 15-ball in the side.
I've had a chance to watch a few of Tina's matches today. She is playing very well today, so
Oh,
see if
she
that
is.
carries, yeah, we'll see if that carries over here into this match.
Tina I've also seen at the pro level. So she wasn't a pro, but she has some experience playing in pro tournaments. So she knows how capable we are, and it's challenged her and encouraged her to become a better player.
Tina is from Huntsville, Alabama. A lot of good pool players come out of Huntsville, it seems like, that area of Alabama.
Ooh, she twisted her wrist there. I think if she was looking at this match afterwards, she would see that, you know, sometimes in long shots, or when she's not really confident on a shot, she should be with a loose grip following all the way through the swing with no tension in her hand. And some people put tension by clenching their hand. She's actually twisting her wrist on the shot. And so a lot of times when we're not confident, we start doing all these things that keep us from, you know, making the shot the way that we should. So that's where you have to say, okay, what is it that I do? Do I jump up? Do I twist my wrist? Do I, you know, tighten my grip? And whatever it is, when you get on one of these touchy shots or tough safety or whatever it is, you just have to say, you know what, no matter what, give this a pure stroke and trust myself and just dig down, stay down, loose and fluid swing throughout this shot, just so you're giving yourself a real shot to win.
This is Lisa at the table. Lisa out of Rockwell, North Carolina.
Oh, she missed it again. Hey, let me tell you something, Lisa. You better get it together because Tina's about to punish you if you keep giving her these chances.
Well, I saw you were playing a quick game against Lisa over there, just real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know what was her reaction after the loss. Was she, I don't know if she was very conversational or if she was just kind of put her head down and.
No, she was super nice.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, listen, I'm over here. I think women rule. They are awesome. And so I brought my cue stick today and I told myself, listen, if I get any chance to play any of these ladies, if they want to, I would like to play them, you know, play them a game of pool. And so I saw Lisa right by there. I knew she had her cue together. And I said, hey, Lisa, you want to play a quick game? And she's like, oh, yeah. And she ran over there, put her cue stick together, and we played the game. And I'll tell you, she was asking me what I would have done on that last shot, where she could have banked the 7 into the 9, which I would not have done. I kind of said, listen, by making this 6, I feel like she had an opportunity to play safety there, and said she pocketed the 6 and left herself a really tough cut on the 7. And at that point, I felt like that was all she could do is just go for it. And instead, she tried to feather the ball and left her ball in hand with the 7.
Right.
You know, and, you know, that cost her the match. And I really think that, I mean, that's kind of what was on her mind. And I said, actually, that I would not have thinned the 7. She was like, okay, so you would have banked the 7 into 9. I said, no, I wouldn't have. I would have cut it. I said, but you're doing great. You've been playing great. Just have confidence in yourself and be decisive. And I believe that. I feel like overall she did great.
Dare I ask who won? Did you guys finish the rack?
You know, I did end up taking that game.
Of course you
You
did.
know, I mean, it is what I do,
yeah.
right? No, I'm just kidding. She's a sweetheart.
Did you guys finish the rack? I know
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
kind of like,
yeah, I
we
ran out.
gotta get started. You ran out.
Yeah, I asked her if she wanted to play 8-ball or 9-ball, and
Right.
she said 9-ball, and so
Okay.
she did get. I played safety on one shot. She got a chance to do something, but it didn't work out.
All right. Well, we'll see if that hurts or helps her here in this final match.
I don't think she thought twice about it.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Tina Hess at the table now. Again, Tina playing very strong today.
Yeah, she's showing a lot of confidence.
I have to look at the CompuSport bracket. I think she started the day on the 1-loss bracket, so she's kind of cruised today, if I'm not mistaken. Coming off that win over Tina Larson, who's a 2-time U.S. Amateur Champion that last round to get here. So you can tell how well she's playing.
If I had one piece of advice for Tina, it really would be looking at the way she's holding the cue, because she has this break in her wrist where her knuckles go outward, and really it should be straight down. There should be no separation between your forearm and your hand. It should just be relaxed and straight down on the swing, so your forearm is controlling it. And she's got 2 moving parts, because she's got her forearm and her wrist moving as she's stroking the ball, which will only increase her chances to make unforced errors. I like to see her get rid of that by next year. You listening, Tina? Hopefully she'll get to watch this match. But she is definitely a tough player. She's got a lot of heart. All right. Let's see this 2-ball. I don't know if that 3, she can draw her cue ball back, and she'll have a nice shot on the 3. It's whether or not she can get her cue ball to go forward to get position on the 8. She'll have to rob this pocket a little bit. Yep, she's looking at drawing the ball. She's going to have to rob the pocket, shoot the 2-ball as far into the left side of the pocket as possible. Yeah, this is, she actually needed more angle. If she had a little bit more angle, didn't draw back as much, she could have shot the 3 with some draw, some low right English, and come to the side rail and back out for the 9. But now with her being, you know, somewhat straight in, she's not straight in, but I think it's going to be tough for her to follow and get her cue ball to go forward for this 8. She might need to hit it twice as hard since there's not as much of an angle. She's getting rid of a little friend. that's decided to join her, I think. All right, she's got a little angle. Now she's going to have to hit it hard, withdraw low right, and come back out. Now, see, this is what happens if she follows the ball. Yeah. I felt like no matter what, if she followed, her cue ball was naturally going to come to the left side of that 13 ball. She's calling it in the far left corner pocket.
See if we can get, there we go.
Yeah, it's a little bit off the rail. Unfortunately, she's going to have to draw it a little bit because she doesn't want her cue ball to go in the side pocket. Uh-oh. All right, but listen, she didn't leave Tina an easy shot here. I mean, if she cuts this in softly, she's going to leave her cue ball. Is going to come over to where that chalk is. Or she can hit high left and hit it 2 rails, boom, boom, and then back to shoot the 3 ball in the opposite corner pocket. But I think she's going to slow roll this rail to see where the chalk is. Yeah. Okay. Lisa's got choice. Cut it in the side or cut it in the corner. Either way, she'll have to draw her ball a little bit. She's looking at it in the side. Well, you can kind of see from here that she may not have to draw it. She might be able to just hit it a little bit low, maybe even a little bit of top spin. She's weighing out her options. Yep, she's calling it in the side. She can hit this with just a little bit of draw, no English, but you don't want to hit it hard because you don't want the cue ball flying into a pocket anywhere. Ooh, nice.
All right, Lisa is on the board first, leading 1-0 in this race to 5. Always good to get off to a good start.
Yeah, Lisa said when we were done, I said, listen, good luck. She's like, okay, I'm looking forward to your commentary.
I'm going to go ahead and remind folks that we have the U.S. Amateur entry window now open, usam.poolplayers.com. I hear a quick word now from our friends over at Pool Dog.
Tired of the same old when you're buying billiard supplies? Come shop with the big dogs at PoolDog.com. You want pool cues? We've got over 700. Balls, cases, accessories, no problem. Want help with your game? How does hundreds of free training articles sound? Want to shop offline? We'll mail you a free catalog. Hit us up online, PoolDog.com, or call 866-843-3294.
Looks like the ladies are about ready to break. Lisa will have the break. It is a winner break format. Again, this is a race to 5, the semifinal round of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship, which started yesterday with 42 ladies. We are down to the final 3. The winner of this match will square off with Melinda Hong, who is
waiting in the hot seat.
She's waiting. In fact, I'm looking at her, and she looks like she's just kind of relaxing, not watching this match, just kind of gathering her thoughts. Of course, I've talked to Melinda lots of times. I know she, she always says she focuses on herself, not necessarily her opponent, which I know all the really great players do. So,
because I think so many things are, when you're playing in a reaction sport, something where you're having to react to someone like tennis or basketball or football, it's really important to know your opponent because you're constantly responding to them and you want to find a way to get advantage over them. So to know their weaknesses is helpful. But in pool, it's more like darts or archery or bowling. It's a non-reaction sport. You have to cause the perfect action. It's really up to you. And so the most important thing is to understand that you cannot control what happens to you. You can only control how you respond to things. and what you can do with what you have. And going into every shot with the right attitude is critical to your success in this kind of sport. So, you know, it's a waste of time to put your energy on your opponent and whether or not they're getting lucky or not getting lucky. And you get, you know, I see some players, they get so frustrated because their opponent keeps getting good rolls. Well, you can't do anything about it. Why work yourself up? Right now, do something with what you have. If you have something easy, take care of business. If you have something tough, then look at it as an opportunity for you to come with something and make your opponent slump in their chair. And it really, that choice is up to you, the attitude that you bring to each and every shot. And a lot of the weaker players, they keep missing. Their downfall is not the tough shots. They come with the tough shots. It's the easy ones that they give up over and over and over again because they don't give enough respect to every shot. And the good players give respect to each and every shot, minimizing their unforced errors. And that is a dangerous, dangerous person. All right, we'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys want to chat with us, we're definitely listening to some of your comments.
Yeah, quite an audience built up here for this match.
Yes. Debbie says, come on, Tina.
A lot of folks rooting for Tina. Who are you rooting for, folks? Do you got Tina? Do you got Lisa? Are you waiting and rooting for Melinda in the finals? What do you want to win this thing?
Hey, Bubba.
This is, so a couple of things. This is a, again, we mentioned the race to 5. They've started in the 8-ball set, so we'll see 2 more games of 8-ball, 1 after this. Before we see 9-ball, this is also a double elimination tournament. Of course, we already mentioned both these ladies with 1 loss. The loser of this match will be eliminated from the event. The winner will move on to the final where it becomes single elimination, extended race. That extended race is going to be to 9. And that'll be 6 games of 8-ball up to 13 games of 9-ball. So that final match looms. I want to make sure we thank our friends at pooldog.com for all their support in helping us bring you coverage of this event. Other sponsors, our friends at Aramith, Premier Billiard Balls, Action Cues, and our friends at Valley Dynamo, the official pool table of APA. Of course, we're actually playing on 4.5 by 9-foot tables this week here at Strokers, a little bit different than some of our Vegas events. If you've ever been one of the APA championships out there, a little bit different, bigger tables. This is a non-handicapped event.
She is cleaning up, Jason.
Yep.
Tina's come to play.
Yeah, like I said, she's looked good today. Now tied up 1-1 in this race to 5. We'll have 1 more game of 8-ball. Oops. There we go. Update the score. Tina will have the break here in a moment. If you folks have any questions you'd like to ask, feel free to do that. Of course, if you're not yet an APA member, now is the perfect time to join. You can go to poolplayers.com/join. Sign up today. Be part of something bigger, right? World's largest pool league. Great place to have fun, meet people, play pool. Like I said, you can do that today very quickly, very easily. You'll be all ready to go as the spring session is just around the corner. We'll get you on a team and get you playing. You have the time of your life, maybe make it out to Vegas.
And we're all over the place. I mean, we have leagues all over this country and in Japan, Korea, Canada, you name it. And so especially for you guys here in America, I mean, just look it up, APA leagues, or go to poolplayers.com and you can find where there's a league near you, and you just go to your local bar or place that's got pool tables, right?
We got them everywhere. 48
get you on
states.
a team. It's really fun.
Canada, Japan.
And it's for amateurs only, so no black widows allowed.
New players are welcome. Beginning players are welcome. High-skilled players are also welcome. We've got something for everyone, from our team formats to some of our doubles, our Masters format. Of course, we're playing the U.S. Amateur Championship this weekend, which is open to both APA and non-APA members.
Right, and we have an equalizing system that levels the playing field for all different levels. So you'll be able to get some kind of a handicap based on your skill level, or give based on your skill level. She jumped up a little bit there.
Are you still seeing the wrist? Are you focusing on the wrist?
No, I've dropped the wrist. I made my point.
Yeah. No, I'm wondering if you're still seeing her with the wrist. Same issue.
Yeah, no, she definitely
it's part of her stroke.
Regularly plays like that. But the problem with it is it breaks down under pressure. It always does. More moving parts means a bigger margin of error.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she jumped up on that one too. You could see her body, so as she's staying down, you really want to see a complete stillness on her upper, her torso, her head, everything, her elbow, everything should be quiet. And only one fluid movement in your forearm, just following through forward.
It says Tina's originally from Henderson, Kentucky, and shot in Evansville, Indiana. So a lot of folks up there rooting her on. Looks like she just moved down to Huntsville a couple years ago. Some Jeanette Lee fans.
Oh, Janice Wilson, thank you. No, I don't think I am going to be at the West Coast Challenge this year. I'm not even sure where it is, but I did go one year.
The event on the
Kathy
here in the Tampa area, right?
Kathy King. She invited me to go, but the last couple of years, I think she's had Allison come there.
Yeah.
But also, no, that's okay. I mean, I think
they like to meet different folks, right?
And
you're
Kathy
kind of from
has
this
always
area
said,
now,
hey,
so,
you know, you're always welcome to come or do whatever. I know for me, she had gotten an extra pool table there where I could play people, things like that.
Nice.
I think she did that for Allison. But again, the last couple of times, it's not been here in Tampa. The time that I went, it was right here.
Oh, really? It's not been here?
Yeah,
okay.
I just drove. I think it was by Tropicana Field. Whereas like last year it was on the other side of Orlando.
Okay, last time I was at it,
like
it was at the DoubleTree there, right in Tampa.
Yeah.
So, of course, that's been a few years now. So.
Right. So if there's, again, if it's something nearby that I can easily drop in, then I probably will do that.
It's not hard to find the Black Widow if you're in the Tampa area.
Right.
If they've got an APA league,
yes,
you're likely to see her. You still have leagues at is it Brulin's that we did
Brulin's,
the last photo shoot? A lot of teams out of there, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think
place.
Thursday alone I have 41 teams there just on Thursday,
yeah,
and we've got leagues every day.
That's a nice place, Brulin's.
Every day at night, so I've got quite a few teams there.
I'm gonna come back down and do another.
They've got
photo
22
shoot.
tables,
yeah,
non-smoking.
Really nice place.
Yeah. And they don't have any 7-foots, but they have 7 8-foot tables. I'm sorry, 7 9-foot tables and 16 or 15 8-foot tables.
Big place.
Yes.
Of course, we're here at Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida, just across the bay. One of the premier pool halls here in the Tampa area, really in all of Florida. Jose Del Rio, the owner here. You got fantastic food options especially for a pool hall. I mean,
honest to God,
shrimp and
I'm telling you, Freddie's shrimp and rice is so good.
Yeah, great food here.
The tables, you can look at it. Look at this table. I mean, it's in perfect condition.
Jose
really pleasant.
Yeah, had these all refelted just before the tournament.
He's a fantastic player himself.
He's going to be in the open event.
Cool.
Over the next couple days. Of course, we will have continuing coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship over the next few days. We'll start the open event tomorrow morning. That'll run through Sunday. We'll be bringing you coverage of every round of that. So make sure you either like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. If you don't want to miss any of it, do both of those things. And you're sure to see a lot of great pool, all free and brought to you by our friends at pooldog.com.
So she's got a little bit of work here. Because I'm not sure that that one, it does, it is possible to cut that ball on the side without scratching in that far left corner pocket. The problem is if she does avoid that corner, it can go one rail back down into this corner. I think she's going to make the 6. Oh, she stripes. See, I'm so busy talking to you, I didn't even notice this. Excuse me, guys. Well, if she... That's a great, great, great shot. So she was playing defense. She must not have been able to hit enough left to make the ball. So she opted to play defense by trying to give her as few options as possible. So
brings Lisa back to the table.
Lisa's got a nice shot on this 6 ball, but it's not easy. And again, I don't think that the 1 ball clears that far corner pocket or either of the far corner pockets. So even if she makes a 6, she doesn't have anything easy. And because of that, I might have just played defense right there instead, you know. Maybe defense by overcutting the 6 ball, banking it back up table, landing the cue ball underneath this 11 here that Tina's shooting right now. Yeah, she's nodding her head. You can, she's not too happy. She has 2 makeable shots, just neither of them as easy as she would have liked. I think she was playing shape for the 9 ball, but then it ended up being where exactly where she would have to cue it. The 8 ball's a little in the way of her bridge hand, comfortably cueing for the 9 ball cut. She's got to reach over this 11 ball. A little bit of a draw shot, tiny bit of draw, not too much. Oh, she hit it too hard. See, that's a lot thinner cut than she wanted. She hit it a little bit too hard. All right, so up next, 15 ball up in the corner pocket. Draw your cue ball back down for the 13. Please forgive me if I don't get the colors right.
The ball
right,
numbers,
guys?
yeah, it's a little different. We
numbers.
are about as far away from the table as you could possibly be here at Strokers. We're looking at a very small, I don't know, maybe 2-inch by 3-inch picture of the action.
Because and we really need to be careful because if we put ourselves closer, which obviously we could have done,
right?
We don't want to take any chance that the players hear us talking about the match and get in their heads. So we really need to put ourselves, you know, a lot further where they can't hear us at all.
Oh.
What a shot. Jeez Louise.
See,
Excuse my French.
We wouldn't want them hearing that.
No.
At least not until after. Until after.
Okay, so listen, the 8 ball goes back here, right?
No,
if she doesn't have an angle, she should shoot that 13 and draw like maybe 2 inches so she has or 3 inches, I don't know. Enough to where she can follow the 8 ball and end up on this end rail so that her opponent doesn't end up with a good shot on the 1 or the 6 should she miss it, right?
Not sure what the conversation is here. It's a little hard for us to see.
She wants to see whether or not that ball is frozen. But, you know, what happens if it doesn't hit a rail? But that's really not going to matter because she's going to hit it hard enough for that ball to go in the back of that pocket. You know, even if she misses it, it still hit a rail, right?
Not sure if they brought the floor manager over. He would have been right outside that pit area, so.
Yeah,
like
a lot of times if a ball is frozen, you want to call it's frozen.
Right.
Because if a ball is frozen, that your cue ball or a different object ball needs to hit a rail or that object ball would need to hit another rail for it to be legal. But in this case, that's a moot point because she's going to hit it hard enough to hit a rail or go in a pocket. This is actually perfect. She's going to shoot this 8-ball and just make it at pocket speed, let the cue ball rest on the end rail so that if the ball doesn't go in, her opponent's going to have a heck of a shot to try to make that 1 ball somewhere and get shape on the 6-ball. Oh boy, that's a little more angle than I was thinking, so hopefully it won't scratch in that corner pocket. It's going to go in that direction. Oh, she chose it in the other pocket. Maybe it didn't go? Maybe it didn't go, but then she should have drew her cue ball back a lot more than she did. I thought the 8-ball could go past that 6. There you go.
This goes.
Nice look. Does she play for the one on the side or one in the corner?
Well, she's shooting the 8-ball, right?
No, she's shooting the 1-ball.
Is that the
1-ball.
what was that? She just okay. The
Tina just shot at the 8-ball.
Yeah.
She tried to. Tina just tried to cut the 8-ball in that, so she's gonna make those 2. Yeah, she should have gone for one or the other. She got in the 50-yard line. Drop it in the side. Nice. Oh, too much English. You see all that right English made it come out in the middle of the table? All right, you can drop it in the corner. Watch the scratch down here. Maybe hit it super thin and bring it back to the other rail.
You can quite see it there.
Unless she wants to draw it and bring it down to the end rail, but I wouldn't. I would just hit it with a little bit of inside English. No, she's going to bank it.
Okay.
Lisa, come on, girl. Look at just, oh, excuse me, what was I, you know. Heck, if I could bank like that, I would have banked it too, just to show off a little bit.
Must have been that game she played against the Black Widow before this one started. All right, so Lisa now leading 2-1. That is the end of the 8-ball set. They'll be playing 9-ball from here on out. While the ladies prepare, we want to make sure we let everybody know how you can get involved in the U.S. Amateur Championship. You can do that by going to usam.poolplayers.com. You can sign up today for the preliminary rounds. You place in one of the preliminary rounds, you advance here to the championship round. So it's that simple, and it all starts by going to usam.poolplayers.com and getting entered. There is no other way.
And there are preliminary rounds all over this country.
Yeah, I think there's about 24, you know, different areas of the country. I know we have some in Canada.
Definitely most major cities, right?
Yep. Just a reminder, too, to like us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/poolplayers. That way you get notifications throughout the rest of the U.S. Amateur Championship as new matches pop up. Again, we'll be streaming each of the rounds. Lisa with the break there. Tina Larson popping in to wave hello. Great event for her.
She playing the 9-ball?
It's very difficult to tell the ball colors, isn't it? Like it's...
It is. Yeah. I think she left her pretty decent shot on the one in the side. Yeah, that's nice. And the 2-ball clears.
They are playing with the Aramith TV balls.
Heck, if I'm Tina,
you're seeing a pink ball, that's why we use the TV balls for the streamed matches.
Look, I'm so close to the 1-ball that if you try to hit it hard enough to follow forward, you might foul. So, I mean, if I'm Tina, I'm just going to tap this in and play a bank on the 2-ball. Actually, Lisa banks pretty well, too.
think the vast majority of the matches that you and I have commentated on have been hill races, so
they have.
I'm sure this one will go the, the distance if
yes.
tradition holds. We have seen some really outstanding matches here at the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. Hard to believe it just got underway yesterday, right? I mean, it's just been so intense round after round, and these ladies playing their hearts out.
Look at, she's playing the bank. All right, girl. She came to the same conclusion. This is a pretty standard bank cross side. It's just whether or not she's going to play position on this 3-ball. Uh-oh. Hey, this is starting to look pretty good, I'll tell you that. If that 4-ball clears the corner pocket, see if we can see if that 4-ball can go past. This is just a stop shot, right? Oh, man, I just hate rolling the ball forward like that. If anything, it would be like a little bit of stun forward, you know, just so I can hit it a little bit more crisply. Because when you roll it forward, it's easy to lose your cue ball and go too far forward, as she did right here. She's cueing it like it does go past that 2-ball, or whatever that is, the 6-ball. All right, I'm thinking she's playing the 4-9. Maybe the 4 doesn't clear the 9-ball.
This is a non-handicapped race. Question popped up about their rank. Offhand, I don't know because, again, we don't use the handicaps in this particular event, so it's not information I have easily. There it is.
There it is.
Tina tying it up, 2-2. Nice combination there.
I'm telling you, this match is going to go hill to hill.
Jeanette's calling the hill match.
They're both great players. They're up, ready for the fight, want the title.
Tina will have the break here.
They're both pretty closely matched.
Try break there. Lisa will return to the table. Let's see if we can get a estimation on the start of the final time. I know it'll obviously be at the conclusion of this match. Just not sure how long, so we'll see if we can get that information and pass that along to you folks who are tuning in to watch live coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship semifinal round here. The winner will move on to face Melinda Hong. The loser will head home. Well, they might hang out and watch the final. They probably will.
They probably will.
You know, I noticed that a lot on the ladies' side, even in Vegas, like the ladies' championship. It's amazing how many of them come back for the finals. I mean, the room is generally packed with all the other teams taking in the last 2 to play. I don't know. It's a camaraderie thing. Yeah.
I think that it is. I think women are. They put more value in supporting an event or supporting the other players that you've become friends with. They don't mind showing respect for other players that even if they're not good friends with them, but they really like seeing how they play.
Right.
Whereas the guys are like, hey, if I'm not in it, I'm going home.
No, I mean, we do see some of the guys hang out and watch too, but I notice it more with the women. You know, they tend to to hang around, and especially in Vegas where there's so much to go do after you're out. But a lot of times it seems like the ladies make their way back for that match.
Pretty sure she can see a shot on this one ball. But if you're able to see it, maybe bank it on the other side of that 4-8. Looks like she hit that pretty hard though, but. And I don't think Lisa can see the one, but it should be a pretty easy kick.
James, you are correct. The loser of this match will finish in 3rd place. The winner will move on to the finals, which will be a single elimination extended race to 9. Whereas everything else up until this point has been a race to 5, double elimination.
She might need to put a little bit of draw on this shot to shorten the angle off the end rail to get a good hit on this one. Oh, she tried to spin around the 9. Well, then she probably needed a little bit of elevation to get more turn out of it, what we call a massé shot. She must not have felt like she could go between the 6 and the 9 and kick the 1. But if that was the case, I still would have wanted to go to the rail to your right first. And that way you have no chance of breaking up that cluster there, which would have been making things a little bit tougher on Tina.
Kim, the final will likely be somewhere about 15 to 20 minutes after the conclusion of this match.
Unless it goes hill-hill.
Yeah, well, it'll still be at the conclusion of this match, right?
Right.
And so they'll give the winner a few minutes to, you know, freshen up, relax a little bit. They'll clean up the pit area and they'll get them back. They'll get them back in play. So I would say about 15 minutes after this match concludes, you'll see the final start. And again, if you like us on Facebook, you'll get a notification as soon as that starts up, so you won't have to try to figure out exactly when it's happening.
Guys, I want to draw your attention to this other angle. Can you see that 2-7? So this is why they were going for these 1-9 combinations, which seems like a low percentage shot. Even when they had a shot, to be able to successfully break open the 2-7 and be guaranteed a shot afterwards was low percentage, so that's why they went for the 1-9 combination, when normally they may not. And so now we're looking at, she does have a 1 ball, maybe a little bit of an angle. It'd be super sweet if she could carom the cue ball with a little stun draw to break that open. If not, she's got to be looking at some kind of safety. If she draws her cue ball to the middle of the table, she could cut the 1 into the 7, leaving the 2 ball down on this end while the cue ball goes 2 or 3 rails up. So she chose to play safe.
See some folks asking about who finished where. If you go to compusport.us, you can kind of see where the players you're most interested in finished in the event on the bracket. Of course, we were down to the final 3 players out of the 41 that started in this tournament. We've got Lisa Cosette and Tina Hess here in the semifinal match. The winner will move on to face Melinda Hong.
Okay, if you look here, Lisa has a kick on the 1 ball. She can't see it directly. So where does she go? She's obviously got to go to this side rail. She can choose to go 1 rail or 2 rails. My choice would be 1 rail because more than likely you will not break up the 2-7 going 2 rails. I mean, going 1 rail. However, if you went 2 rails and kicked off the back of the 1, there's a chance that the 1 might break open the 2-7 and leave her opponent a shot. So that's what I look at when I'm going to break the balls is not only where can I make a good hit on the ball when I'm kicking, but also what are both of them, if I was to succeed in hitting it, which result would favor me more? And it would favor me more to go 1 rail, hit the 1 and not disturb the 2-6 than 2 rails where there is some chance that I'll go 2 rails, hit the 1 in the 1, or the cue could hit the 2-7. She cut that ball a little bit more than she wanted to. I'm sure she wanted to leave the cue ball behind the 2-7.
So we'll see Lisa back at the table. Mentioned earlier, Lisa from Rockwell, North Carolina. I'm sure quite a few folks back in Carolina rooting her on.
I think people take those kinds of safeties for granted in terms of the things they practice. When you're at their level, it's exactly that kind of safety that you should practice. Take ball in hand, you know, put 5, 6 balls on the table and just practice. Take ball in hand and floating and hooking someone over and over and over again behind some of the other balls. It's like people are practice bank shots, cut shots, kick shots, but they don't actually practice really good, solid defense. And so when you have a chance to really make it a tight safety, you want to have the confidence that you can execute it well.
Hello to you, Sonia Franks-Bennett. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, Sonia was our champion in the wheelchair event a couple years ago.
Yes,
First woman ever.
Yes, I remember.
Appreciate
Awesome.
her tuning in.
Hi,
always good
Sonia.
to see familiar names pop up, right?
Yeah.
So we appreciate you tuning in, as well as all the folks at home that are watching live coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. Our coverage brought to you by our friends at PoolDog.com. This event, of course, produced by the American Pool Players Association. Features, jump shot there by Tina that did not pan out. That'll bring Lisa back to the table. Of course, tied 2-2, race to 5. We'll be in the 9-ball set from here on out. We played 3 games of 8-ball to start.
There are no clusters here, no real clusters here. The balls are out and available. So now what I look at, all right, what is my key shot? What will I have problems getting from the 1 to the 2? How about the 2 to the 3? Then the 3 to the 4, 4 to the 5. Well, then we look at the 6 ball. You can see the 6 ball does not go in this corner pocket, right? So you have to know, all right, what angle do I need on the 5 to get a good shot next on the 6? And then I try to run out with that in mind of saying, okay, it's really important from the 4 to the 5 that I leave myself in a position where I can pop the 5 in the side and come across one rail to shoot the 6 ball in that opposite corner pocket. Unfortunately, Lisa missed the shot and left Tina this opening. Looks like she's just playing to cut the ball. Cue ball should go 2 rails. Whoops, oh, she chose to draw the ball. She could have followed 2 rails for position on the 2 ball. But I understand it always looks a lot easier when you're sitting from the stands, right? Than when you're right there. Sometimes things that are right in front of your face don't look the same.
Sonia, you are correct. These tables are bigger than what you might see on APA League Night or at one of our championships in Vegas. These are 4.5 by 9-foot tables that are used at the U.S. Amateur Championship, whereas our Vegas events, 3.5 by 7 foot. So that's why they look a little bigger to you, because they are.
Looking to cut the 1 ball and hold the cue ball to shoot the 2 ball in the same pocket. Very nice. Okay, you should already know by now the 2 to the 3 is easy, 3 to the 4 is pretty easy. But getting from the 4 to the 5, as long as you stay on the side where the 3 is, you'll be able to cut the 4 and get the cue ball down. And you want a little bit of an angle on this 5 ball so you can follow it in the same corner as the 3 and have the cue ball come across for the 6 ball in the same pocket. Looks like she's hitting this with a high ball. Oh, she went rail first, jeez. This is what I was talking about earlier when they said, is it tough for you to commentate, tougher to commentate on these amateur events versus the pros? And I think it's just because
sometimes you don't know.
Yeah, I cannot read what their decisions would be. Because her going rail first on the 3 really is, well, you can see it. It makes it a lot tougher. She could have just hit that ball first and had a pretty easy shot on the 5. Look at that. What a great shot that Tina just made. That was a fantastic shot. And the right speed, a little bit unfortunate that she's got her 7 ball in her way there. It's pretty straight. It's not dead straight. So if she wanted to, I don't know that I would stun it across the table to shoot the 6 ball in the same pocket. I might just shoot the 5 and roll the cue ball forward for the 6 in the side, or even in the 6 back here in this bottom right corner of the screen. I don't know that she got there. She did. Okay, so, I don't like shooting it up in the corner pocket, the 6 ball, because the cue ball is going to come towards this side pocket. But I'm either going to have, I'm like in the 50-yard line. Like if I hit it a little bit too hard, cutting it in the side, cue ball could be down by the end rail. But if I hit it a little bit more firm to get to the end rail and back up, I sacrifice my accuracy. It makes it a tougher shot to hit if I have to hit it. Oh. There you go. See, because she decided to hit it a little bit harder.
Yep.
For better position on the 7, but it does increase the difficulty level in pocketing the ball. I think she shot the wrong shot. She just missed the ball, and that was a risk, because it definitely would have been easier to pocket the ball if you could hit it with a level cue and just, you know, roll it in nice and easy.
This event is being played at Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. This is our 2nd day of competition, the final day of competition in the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. We'll start the Open Division bright and early tomorrow, so make sure you check us out tomorrow. We'll have coverage of each round of the U.S. Amateur Championship. See how that unfolds. 8 former champions in that division.
All right, she chose to play safety and did it well. Good job. I believe that was the right shot. I mean, again, that's the kind of shot that I would suggest you guys taking ball in hand and practicing going 2 rails and possibly getting to the point where you can get that cue ball to go 2 rails and freeze on top of that 9, taking away the side cushions. This is a pretty big ball. She can hit it 1 rail or 2. It's better to decide one or the other, because otherwise you end up going right around it. You can see her counting the diamonds. The cue ball wants to go a little bit longer, so I would aim with this amount of angle, I would aim just a little bit shorter. Maybe try to, oh.
Watch out.
Yeah, see where she was aiming to hit it, it wants to go longer. It's gonna spread and pick because of the top spin. She couldn't cue any lower by hitting the top spin, made it go wide, and there was a good chance for her cue ball to get underneath that. Well, she's got ball in hand. She's looking at shooting the 8's a little bit in her way, and the 9 for an easy position on the 7. But if she ends up fairly straight, good. Now she's just got to draw her ball. Let's see that stroke. Let's see that stroke. A lot of people tend to overcut the shot and bobble it out. She's got to hit it really pure. Nice. She stayed down really well on that shot. You could see nothing move.
Just misses
missed it.
the 8 ball.
All right, but good leave. Tina's going to have to come with a good shot. This is a pretty bankable shot. Here's a good look at it. Almost straight. You could bank it almost straight on, maybe a little bit to the right. You want to hit it with a little speed so the cue ball can get back on this side of the table with the 9 ball. If she hits this softly with a high ball, then it's going to be coming back down here by this corner pocket.
Played safe
No, that's
there.
the second time I have seen this woman play that safety. It is so dangerous. You know, instead of just banking it away, and if she wants to play defense, and she should have hit that 8 ball more to the right, bank that 8 ball back towards the bottom right corner, right? A little bit to that side and let the cue ball come 3 rails around the bottom of the 9. By leaving it so close, well, she's playing position safety behind the 9. How'd she do?
Looks good from here.
And that's the problem with that. When you roll the ball softly onto that rail, it just gives your opponent so much control to play safety or put you wherever she wants. When you spread distance, that's what you want. You don't want to get them close to the ball like that.
See how Tina wants to navigate this.
That was a great shot by Lisa. On that safety, I think if there were more balls around it, then maybe you can play that where it's very hard for someone to respond back, but she just gave her the entire table to maneuver her cue ball around. See, she wants it to come wide enough so she doesn't hit the 9. Maybe she doesn't feel like it's going to come wide. I think she can hit it 1 rail. She doesn't like it. If she hits it too easy, it'll come below it. Oh, she hit the 9.
Yep. Lisa will have ball in hand here. Excellent opportunity to once again pull ahead in this race to 5. Hey, John Cooper from Michigan. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I like when people tell us where they're tuning in from. It's kind of cool to see.
That is very cool, John Cooper. Hello.
All right, so Lisa will...
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel when you get the chance.
That's right. We'll have
so
lots
you can always
and lots
tune
of
in
coverage.
when we're
Yep.
streaming. We will be streaming the final as well, so definitely stick around for that.
Yep.
There'll be a short intermission.
Probably about 15 minutes from the conclusion of this match to when we start the finals. So, again, if you like our Facebook page, you'll get a notification as Lisa Cosette takes a 3-2 lead over Tina Ness. Well, we've got a moment. Do want to mention you can go to poolplayers.com/join to become an APA member. If you're not already an APA member, and if you are, well, we're happy about that, right?
Yes.
Perfect time of year to get signed up. We've got spring session just around the corner.
Yes.
Get to play in excellent events like this. The other thing we want to make sure we mention is the entry for next year's U.S. Amateur Championship, now open at usam.poolplayers.com.
Register now, right?
Let's see if we can hear a quick word from our friends at
Tired of the
Bulldog
same
while we
old,
wait
same
for the
old when
ladies
you're
to
buying
resume?
billiard supplies? Come shop with the big dogs at bulldog.com. You want pool cues? We've got over 700. Balls, cases, accessories, no problem. Want help with your game? How does hundreds of free training articles sound? Want to shop offline? We'll mail you a free catalog. Hit us up online, PullDog.com, or call 866-843-3294.
We come from all walks of life.
Different backgrounds.
Different abilities.
We all have different reasons for doing what we do.
But we're all one.
One love.
One passion. One big family.
We are
American pool players.
American pool players.
American pool players.
And this is our league.
Strokers in Palm Harbor. You're watching live coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. The semifinal round will decide who matches up against defending champion Melinda Hong in the final round. This is Lisa at the table with the break, leading 3-2 in this race to 5.
And it has been going back and
Yes, it
forth. The
has.
score's 3-2, each of them winning one game at a time. Lisa currently having the lead. You can see a nice soft break from her. She made the corner ball easily, ended up straight in on the one. You can't ask for anything better than that. She wants to hit this with a medium stroke so that it goes to...
Oh.
Ooh. I was going to say, if she could have hit the 7 on the other side, then it would have bounced off the side rail and bounced back up for the one ball sitting there. Well, the one ball is cuttable. She can hit it pretty thin. Go back and forth, high English. Ooh. No, she sold the farm there. She overcut the shot. Something that if I had one piece of advice for Lisa, I would love to see her walk around a little bit more when it came to tough shots like that.
Yeah.
Come over, really take a good look at that one ball down the rail, and then get behind, the cue ball and really picturing that exact hit. I feel like a lot of times there are often times shots that I would definitely have come around and looked at it, that she's just not. And a lot of times she's missing those shots, and she's a fully capable player, but I think some of that discipline is lacking. That's one thing that I would say Melinda showed a little bit more discipline of just walking around and looking at her shot. She probably did that a little bit more than Lisa did. And they're all very good players and fully capable. Okay. I definitely think she was trying to bank that ball and play position on the 2 in the side pocket, but she hit it a little bit wide. yuck. You know what? It kind of looks like if she makes this one ball in the corner pocket, the cue ball follows in and scratches in the opposite pocket. So either maybe elevate and hit it hard. She was trying to play safety there. That would have been a real, playing safety like that, that would have been a really tough safety, I think.
Brings Tina Hess back to the table. Tina looking to even up this match, 3 games apiece.
The 1 ball and the 2 ball are somewhat given. You know she's going to make the 1 and the 2. But what does she want to do? Oh, she gave a little, oh, really nice, almost straight in. Now from the 5 to the 6, how do you hit the ball? Do you want to end up shooting the 6 in the same corner pocket, in the opposite corner pocket? And this is something I think every player from amateurs to pros can really practice working on, the direction of the cue ball after hitting a hanger. A lot of times people will hit it, you know, firm with a high ball, even though the other ball is all the way on the other end of the table. And when you hit it with high and the cue ball comes immediately in contact with the rail after hitting a hanger, you end up getting what I call overspin, and that topspin keeps that cue ball down on that end of the table. And so a lot of these kinds of things I find lacking because people take the balls hanging in the pocket, they take it for granted. They don't give you enough care because you can make the ball no matter what. They're not careful about the fullness of hit. Tina, in my opinion, hit that about as well as you could possibly have hit that at the right speed, and you could see she got rewarded for it. Follow-up table, make sure you end up with a little bit of an angle. I mean, really, she could just roll this ball and let the cue ball just come forward a little bit so that she can cut the 8 ball in and come back to the other end of the table. Uh-oh. Okay, that works. Let's see. Yeah, that's a great shot. So she can hit this nice and easy, 1 rail, or she can go 2 rails. I think she's going to go 2 rails because if she hits it even a little bit too hard, the cue ball will be in the middle of the table and she'll be stretching. So go 2. Whoa, go, my gosh. Boy, she jumped right up on that shot, didn't she? She missed that by 1.5 feet. See, that's what when I shoot shots like that, I call that a brain fart. You know, you know what you're supposed to do, and it's not really a tough shot, but somehow your mind, your timing, the accuracy, your swing, it just farts. You know, your brain just farts.
Did you say farts?
I'm just saying. Well, I mean, but that was a tough shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lisa didn't fart just now.
All right.
Not that you really want to know.
Yeah, let's move away from the farts.
All right, I'll be good. So Tina's just going to, you know, she didn't even want to take a chance on losing accuracy. Just tap this 8 ball in and take a tough cut on that 9 ball. She's really a little bit too straight on this shot, don't you think? Oh, she actually has a little bit more of an angle. That's a better view, yeah. She has a little more angle. Well, I mean, she can either jack up and pound this ball, loose grip, slow backswing, and just pound it with draw, or you can pound it with follow. Or she can play it really safe and just tap it in.
Got it.
Look at that. That's pretty good. If you replay that, you'll see she stayed down for a very, very long time. And that shows a little bit of experience. When you know on shots like that, no matter what, stay down. Because our body wants to jump up. We don't know if the ball's going in. We're not confident. We end up trying to steer the ball in, and that doesn't help anything. So you want to stay down. Let's see if she stays down on this shot. Oh, no. Did you see? Oh, my God. Okay, rewind, guys. Rewind that. All right, we can't rewind right now, but I'm telling you. All right, you guys should be able to see how far she moves up the table. I mean, up off the table. Look at her wrist and her arm.
Let's put her on the hill here.
Let's see if she stays down. It's pretty good. She stayed down pretty well.
Pockets the 9 ball. Lisa Cosette now on the hill, leading 4-2. Tina now has her work really cut out for her, but I'm not going to write her off just yet because we've seen way too many hill matches. We did mention our Facebook page where I know most of you folks are watching us, but if you've not yet hit that like button, you want to go ahead and do that so you don't miss any of the notifications upcoming, including our final match today and our opening rounds of the Open Division tomorrow. All happening here on our Facebook page. Lisa Cosette 1 game away from a rematch with Melinda Hong, the defending champion who is patiently waiting for a opponent here.
That's right.
How do you deal with that when you're in that position where you've already made it to the final and you're just kind of waiting? Do you watch the other match or do you just go eat? I mean,
no,
what do you do? What do you do in that amount
rest.
of time?
But yeah. For me, my body's a little weaker than most, so I really need the rest. And you know, it's funny. I had a Black Widow junior camp to support and work with some of the top juniors in the country, and I invited Allison Fisher, Nick Varner, and Johnny Archer to come and teach in the camp with me. And we went one of the sponsored dinners. You know, we took all the kids, and I had all of the kids talk about what they would like to learn in this camp or take away with them. And I asked all the pros what, in their opinion, is the most important thing in preparation for a match or during tournaments. And all 4 of our answers were the same, which was interesting. They all said rest.
Rest, yeah.
Rest was by far the most important thing.
Physically and mentally, right?
Physically and mentally,
part of it
in
is
preparing for a match, absolutely. And then a few minutes before the match, I definitely want to go and warm up. And how long I warm up really has to do with the equipment. Do I feel comfortable? Do I feel like I have a good idea of the speed of the table? Or in the previous match, was my cue ball all over the place and I kept hitting it too hard or too soft? So if I don't feel like, whoa, wow, that was a quick game.
That was a quick game.
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
Good job. All right, 4-3,
Hess,
closing down the lead there.
Quickly grabs that game right back. She will have the break and the opportunity to make this a hill match. 4-3. Wow, that was quick.
Brandon, never seen a 7-footer. They're in every bar across America that has room for a bar table.
If you've ever walked into a bar and seen a pool table, it was likely a 7-footer. So.
And same with almost all the boys and girls clubs across America. I mean, there are some that have 8 and 9-footers, but the majority of them are 7-footers because they cost a little less and you can have more of them,
easier
and the
to
children
move around,
can move
easier to
and reach
transport
more shots. I mean, if you
Oh,
got a
wow.
9-footer, these boys and girls could not reach a lot of the shots.
All right, 2 balls on the break there for Tina.
Yes, and
Looks
you
like
can
she can see the 1 ball.
Yep, a little bit straight on. She's got a tiny angle on the 1, just about enough that if she was to do like a stop shot, the 1 ball would go in the corner and the cue ball would float slightly to the right. I think she's looking at maybe following. As long as she doesn't hit the 3 balls, she'll be okay. But if she goes too far, see what I don't know. I don't know that I like the 2 to the 3. She missed the ball.
Rattles the 1 in the corner.
Yeah, but see, look at this. At the speed that she hit it, she's shooting that 2 in the side. The cue ball is going to come down towards that 4 or that 5, whatever that ball is. Right? Oh, it looks like the 4. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess you could have hit it really soft and shot the 3 back in the corner, but anyway, she got lucky to leave her hooked.
Really looking at that 2 ball and that 9 ball, isn't she?
Well, if she hits the 1 ball softly, the cue ball is going to stay somewhere over there near that corner, giving her a shot on the 2.
There you go.
There you go, just like that. And now you can see the kind of angle that she has on the 2 ball. There you go. If she wants to hit that softly, she can shoot the 3 in that far corner pocket. But yeah, hitting it hard, she was pretty much taking a chance that worked out for her. But could have been a lot worse, because with draw, she had a good chance of hitting that 4 ball. It worked out. I think she's going to try to punch it into the rail and come straight back for the 4. There it is, perfect. All right, guys, I think some follow is in order. She doesn't use much English. Like right there, she could have given it high left-hand English and hit about the 2nd diamond up and back out. And she chose to hit it with the center ball.
Oh, misses the 6 in the corner.
Yeah, she's letting Tina back in. Unfortunately for Tina, she doesn't have a shot. See, and the 6 ball is close enough that if you hit that rail that's right next to the 6 to try to kick at the ball. See, she's looking at that angle. The problem is when she hits the back of that 6 ball, the cue ball can go into that corner pocket that the 6 is by. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I might have gone 2 rails and hit that back end rail, side rail, and hit the 6. And hopefully try to land that on the end rail and let the cue ball stay behind the 9. I don't want to go 1 rail, because if I go 1 rail and I don't make it, I definitely sell out. Both balls go toward each other. 2 rails is the way to go.
Missed it.
Missed it altogether.
Lisa will have ball in hand here.
No. Tough, you know, because Lisa missed the ball. It's not like she, you know, played that safety. So she kind of got a little lucky to not even let her see the ball. But she got rewarded. She's been playing well.
Pockets the 6.
Yeah, I think she wanted to draw her cue ball back a little bit to end up straight in, but little bit of draw, go to the end rail and back up. You don't necessarily need any right English.
Pockets the 8 in the side, and it's on to the 9 ball.
Yeah, she did have a little bit of right English on that, and it ended up great.
Lisa Cosette pockets the 9 ball. She's moving on to the finals, where she will have a rematch with Melinda Hong, who sent her to the 1-loss bracket just 1 round ago. So we're going to regroup, folks. We should be back about 10, 15 minutes. Make sure you stay tuned to us here on Facebook for what promises to be an exciting finale to this year's Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. Again, we'll be back in a few minutes Hope to see you again soon.
Thank you. And subscribe to me as well. You can like my Facebook page, Jeanette Lee, the Black Widow, as well as my YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye.
All right, see you in a few minutes.